Welcome back to Clover Mountain Dairy. We have some exciting things to talk to you about today. But first, if it's your first time here, we are a small organic dairy farm in Northeast Washington State.
If you've been following along on our videos, you know that we've mentioned a community creamery a few times over the past few months. And this is the video where we're going to tell you all about it.
This is Buttercup. Hi, Buttercup. All of our girls are doing good, by the way. Waiting for our first calves. But what do we mean by a community creamery? So a creamery, it can be many things, but in this instance we're talking about milk processing. And there used to be a lot of creameries in this area. In fact, this entire area in Northeast Washington was a prime dairy producing area. In fact, in the 1960s, we had about 360 dairy farms in Stevens County alone. And now we're down to 8. So that's a difference of 98%.
So why here and why now? Virginia did a great job of covering why here. This is a great dairy area. But where did all the dairies go? You had years and years of chronic low milk prices. You had consolidation within the processing industry and ineffective government programs. There are no milk processing capabilities here in Stevens County anymore, and there used to be several creameries. Every town up and down this valley had a creamery at one point where farmers could market their milk, and there was enough competition to where they could get a fair price for it. So why now? It's really now or never. We are losing our dairy farms in this area. We don't have any processing capability. We've all seen issues with supply chain and getting food in the grocery stores. And so food security is a huge part of why we are involved in this project.
So the core idea is let's reintroduce that infrastructure to our local economy. If that's there, there's opportunities for farmers. Right now, there's no opportunities for farmers. You don't really have an opportunity if you want to start a small dairy farm unless you're crazy like us and want to, process yourselves. So, and that's a lot of work and energy, and not every dairy farmer wants to or should have to do that. So the vision of the nonprofit creamery, which is called Columbia Community Creamery, which will be located in Chewelah, Washington, is provide the processing infrastructure, the marketing, the distribution, while also giving a fair milk price and technical assistance to farmers. And then this will give food security and great nutrition to our community.
So why a nonprofit? During the organization, the board looked at different types of business structures, and they decided that they didn't want a sole proprietorship or any sort of, corporation owned by an individual because they didn't want any one individual to benefit. And that goes along with the lines of a co-op. Didn't want a co-op because in many respects they've become somewhat ineffectual in today's day and age. And they look good on paper, but they can still be beneficial to a select few. And so it was decided upon and a nonprofit was formed because everything revolves around the community. Everything is reinvested back into the community, and no one individual benefits from it.
So how are we connected with this entity? So we are still Clover Mountain Dairy. We are our own LLC. We still milk cows. We still process our milk and make bottled milk, cheese, and yogurt. But we are on the board.
Delicious cheese and yogurt.
We are on the board of this nonprofit.
And it's an amazing board of people, actually.
Yeah, there's quite a group in the community, varied interests in agriculture, education, business, community, and we're very excited about it. We think that it's going to be an amazing thing, and hopefully...
And of course, dairy farmers.
Of course, we have to have dairy farmers. And of course, one of the main goals isn't just being successful here, but really, could this be a model? Could this be a model for other communities that have seen a drastic decrease in their dairy farms due to consolidation and other programs? Most dairy farmers, I would say, probably would prefer to milk less cows, but be able to have better balance on their own farm. And they don't really have that option now. They are always being pushed for production and being controlled by that. So we're like, let's try a new model. And the worst thing that could happen is it would fail.
So for you now, we have a quick promo video we made for the Community Creamery, so check it out. It is simply a love of cows and farming. This desire to get up every morning and provide nutritious milk to our community. We live in a cornucopia that used to produce abundant milk. But due to a generation of low milk prices and consolidation, we've lost 98% of our local small dairy farms. Northeast Washington is still a productive area, and we want to make it a vibrant dairy area again. With recent supply chain failures, it is even more critical to act now to ensure our food security and support local farmers. Our nonprofit creamery will provide food security to our community, ensure animal welfare, cows being cows, cows with their calves, cows on grass, and support small dairy farms with fair prices and technical support. We believe in a different dairy future, but we can't do it alone. We need your help in this movement. Please visit us at cccmilk.org to learn more and also to make a donation to this cause. We'd really appreciate it, and the cows would too. Thank you.
So the contact details are in that video, cccmilk.org, and you can link to this whole video on YouTube if you want, or you can also go to the CCC Milk website and link directly to the video on that website. And we would love everybody who has any interest in agriculture or family farms, or you grew up on a dairy, or you knew somebody who's hairdresser whose brother grew up on a dairy.
Or if you eat.
Or if you eat, yes. We would love to have you support this effort, because it's not just for our local community. We are really trying to do something that could hopefully help and spread to other communities that are facing the same thing that we're facing here.
Well, thank you for watching, and thank you for joining us on the Tomarosa, aka Clover Mountain Dairy. We appreciate your support.